Welcome back to another Zenless Zone Zero recipe video. Today I'll be recreating the Smoked BBQ Noodles, one of the bowls you can unlock later in the game and provides an ether damage bonus. As always, written recipe will be in the description below, and please consider subscribing if you want to see more Zenless Zone Zero cooking videos. Without further ado, let's begin. Starting off with the meat, I'm making a Char Siu, which is a Chinese barbecue pork. This is actually the same Char Siu from my last cooking video, the honey Char Siu from Genshin Impact. I will go over the recipe here, but please consider checking out that video as well. Cut a pork shoulder into long, thick sections. For the marinade, combine soy sauce, hoisin sauce, Shaoxing wine, sesame oil, sugar, salt, Chinese 5-spice, white pepper, honey, minced garlic, and finally red food coloring. Whisk to combine all of the ingredients thoroughly. Keep about 2 tablespoons of the marinade aside, then pour the rest over the pork in a container. If you're worried about staining a container, a plastic bag would work as well. Make sure all of the pork is completely coated in the marinade, cover, then let it marinate in the fridge overnight. The next day, place the pork on top of a roasting rack. A little trick I read a while back is to pour some water into the bottom of the pan. This will prevent any of the drippings to burn during the cooking process. Roast the pork in the oven at 475 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, reduce the temperature down to 375 degrees Fahrenheit and roast for another 15 minutes. Take the pork out of the oven and flip over to the other side. Roast for another 15 minutes. Take the pork out again, and this time baste all the sides of the pork with that reserved marinade. Roast one final time for 10 minutes. Let the pork rest for about 10 minutes before slicing. Moving on to the ramen eggs, carefully place eggs into a pot of boiling water. Boil for about 7 minutes for the signature custardy yolk. If you want hard-boiled eggs, boil for 10 to 11 minutes. Place the cooked eggs into an ice bath to prevent any further cooking, then peel when cooled. For the marinade, in a small saucepan, combine soy sauce, mirin, sake, and sugar. Heat on medium heat and stir to dissolve all of the sugar. Pour this marinade over the peeled eggs in a container, cover with a paper towel, then the container cover, and leave in the fridge overnight. For the ramen broth, preheat oil inside a pot on medium-high heat. Stir fry grated garlic until fragrant, about 30 seconds. Add mirin and stir to really help separate any grated garlic chunks. Then add dashi and chicken stock. Finally add soy sauce, stir and simmer for 10 minutes. And this is a simple Shoyu Ramen Broth. For the noodles, I'm just cooking pre-packaged ramen noodles according to their package instructions. Now that's all the components, we can start the assembly. For the Char Siu, cut the pork into thick half-inch slices. The pieces I'm using in this video are leftovers from the Genshin Impact video, so your pieces will probably look better than mine. In a bowl, start with a ladle of tare. This is ramen seasoning, and I do have videos of how to make this. Then a few ladles of the ramen broth. Add the cooked ramen noodles in. For the topping, place the slices of the Char Siu, then a handful of pickled ginger, 1/2 of the ramen egg, a few large sprigs of cilantro or parsley, seaweed sheets, and finally minced green onions. And that completes the smoked barbecue noodles from Zenless Zone Zero. Savory, yet somewhat light as we did a Shoyu Broth, this bowl of ramen really hits the spot. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.